talk about it?
Talk about what?
You not working for Cato anymore?
Nah, I'm good. If they hadn't fired me, I'd have quit myself. I'm a free spirit, you know? Can't stay long in one place. Besides, I can't wait to see your place. If you live there, it must be lit.
Actually, I'm the one who lives there the least. There are others.
Nice! I love meeting new people.
The forthcoming clash of personality types, locked down on a remote asteroid, should provide some fascinating fireworks.
Ben, Delia, I'd like you to meet my friend Alec. He'll be staying with us.
We are gonna have so much fun!
Great. It'll be good to have a happy face around. Come on, I'll show you the base.
Lead on, half-robot man.
Hey, Adam, may I have a word with you?
Sure, what is it?
This little furry thing is your friend, you say?
Oh yeah, we go back.
And you brought him here because you actually care for him?
Yeah.
I still can't figure you out, Adam. But I need to ask you a favor. There was supposed to be a second cargo drone that was shipped along with the one I was in. Any idea where it could have ended up?
It's probably at the G&B station where they tried to send you to.
I don't know which one that is. I didn't even know they were shipping me into the DMZ at all.
I could get the station ID from the servers at Nerea Transit Point, then ask around. I have a few contacts at G&B. Should be no big deal. I need to head back to Prescott soon, but I can try to slip this in somewhere in between.
Thank you, Adam. That would be very helpful.
Sure, it's the least I can do.
If you have time to look for my things, here's the cargo drone's number. There is a box in there filled with research material and other stuff. It has my name on it.
It's Delia Wendo, right? That's an interesting name.
Wendo? Yeah, I think it's Japanese originally. Possibly Kenyan. Definitely of Seoul origin. Just let me know once you find anything, okay?
I will. Talk to you soon.
To what extent do you, feel?
Insofar as I am built of many levels of intricate circuitry, I feel nothing physically. However, as I am an advanced intelligence capable of building relationships and forming independent opinions, it is possible for me to experience something akin to emotions in extreme circumstances, mostly tempered by my pragmatic outlook.
That's an insightful answer. So you can form relationships?
I would be unable to serve my pilots otherwise.
Well, look who it is. You're dealing with me from now on.
Hi, Daryl. So, now I get to know where Maddox is for real, right?
Yeah, he leases the biggest hangar on Avonrest, a settlement here in Union. But so far as what kind of reception you're gonna get when you arrive there, we hold no responsibility. Maddox has good reason to be a deeply paranoid individual.
Who else has been looking for him?
Hard to say. It's just murmurs on the wavelengths.
Okay, see you around.
Oh, hey, before you leave, in case you're interested in doing us more favors and earning some credits, talk to Marianne over here.
Sure, as long as she doesn't have anything else up her sleeves.
I do not understand. Oh, wait. You are referring to your first visit. An unfortunate incident. I extend my apologies.
It's quite all right, Marianne. It was out of your control. So, what can you offer me?
Please let me inform you about the station's job board. I have the clearance to inform you that there are jobs of special interest if you succeed in doing some of these.
I'll have a look. What can you tell me about Avonrest?
Unfortunately, there is nothing in my latest iteration on Avonrest. If you had allowed me to update, I would perhaps be able to tell you more. But I can at least ascertain that it is an unofficial category of location, given there is no record.
Your business before entering.
I'm just here to check out the leasing on some hangar space.
Do you have an appointment?
Not really, I was just hoping to knock around.
Well, the Coalition operates a clean enterprise, so we don't want any trouble, okay?
Huh, the Coalition running the place and no trouble? That's a change for them. I'll have to ask Alec what happened between him and these guys.
So, you found me again.
Look, I just want to talk.
Where is Dax? Where's his body?
I buried him on Rhodia Station.
The base, so you know.
Don't shoot. I have something to show you. I'm going to reach into my belt.
Slowly. His biochip. How can I be sure it wasn't you who killed him for that?
I shared a cell with him and we escaped together. I helped him get the base set up again while he made plans to reach you.
Give me that thing. You got me. I guess I ain't as spry as I used to be.
Yeah, right. How about I ask the questions now? This chip, what does it lead to?
You mean he didn't tell you?
Dax offered me a cut. Said it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And this rig you're building here just confirms to me that it's a big Viridium mining operation.
Hold on there, fella. Don't you know what the Okar would do if they heard there was even talk about Viridium mining? Strictly prohibited by the treaty.
Look, are we gonna cooperate or not?
What are you doing? Well, you seem like a decent enough kind of guy. Come on upstairs and let's have a proper talk. You've come at the worst possible time or the best possible time. I ain't sure yet. But I do know I'm short on friends at the moment. With the Okar on the threshold about to kick the door down, and from what I hear, the G&B scouts chasing down rumors of my whereabouts, things are looking tight. Have a drink.
The craft that took out Dax had a G&B signature.
That's no surprise, but to be honest, I got everyone breathing down my neck at the moment, and the local situation here is getting bad.
The Okar are becoming pretty testy.
Yeah, I know, and I can't launch. If they get one sniff of this rig, my ass is grass. So, you came all this way. What's your big plan?
No, this is as far as the plan got.
Ah, damn it. I was hoping you had an idea.
Tell me, this Viridium find, think it's worth it?
Oh, hell yeah. I've been waiting years for this. One quick excavation and we'd be set for life.
And all you need to do is get this freighter off the settlement without the Okar seeing you. I'll have to figure out some way to slip you out unnoticed.
Boy, you are gonna be one of the richest men in the galaxy.
So you've spent years putting this freighter together.
Yep, while Dax was back at the base twiddling his thumbs. But it was all part of the plan to keep the team separated until the time was right.
Who else is in your team?
You don't need to worry about that right now. Unless you get me off this station, the plot ends here.
I hate to say it, but that won't be easy. You're flying a Viridium mining rig. The Okar can smell a setup like this from light secs away.
You seem to know a lot about these things. Any ideas on how to fix it?
Well, the only way to fool the Okar would be to encrypt all sensory information coming from your ship. Optics, chemistry, it even needs to taste like cheap steel when you lick it. You'd need something like a material encryptor.
That's right.
You know that sort of tech doesn't really exist, at least not out here.
And that's wrong. There's at least one person who designs such things, but both Kato and I have always been careful not to do business with him.
I think I know where this is going.
Hey, you're good at pestering people. You even got me to come around. This guy has a station near the ice planet Volta. Follow these coordinates and you'll find it.
You know, I'm putting my faith in you over this, Maddox.
Like I said, it'll be worth it.
Alec, you read me? I've been on Rest.
No freaking way. Really?
I was more surprised to run into the Coalition. They seem to be running the place now. Weren't they your gang once? Back when they, were still a gang?
Yeah, they changed. Went mercantile. I had a meaningful sit-down with Ming Yung, the chief. At least that's what she called it. And we mutually agreed that my skills would be better applied elsewhere.
So you parted on good terms?
Well, she smiled when they waved me off, so I'd say yeah. Part of my kin still live on that station along with some very good people. A lot of them broke, stranded, and can't get home. Hey, why not tell them I said hi?
I'll do that. Just need to get through another gig first.
Always busy, that man. I respect that.
Inquire why we just jumped into empty space?
Because there's a space station over there?
My sensors detect nothing.
Good day there.
Adam Roslin. It's been a while since I had a clone come for a visit.
Okay, I don't like where this is going.
Where what is going?
All right, Hive, I need you to focus. Run your sensors again. What is this place?
Mostly, it's just smoke and mirrors. All it takes is a wave of my hand.
My sensors are overclocking.
And it's gone. You may call me Fallon Pango. How can I help you, Adam?
Cut the act. Don't mess with my ship. And how the hell do you know about me?
As secrets go in the DMZ, yours is not a very big one. Just take the Colonial Fleet. They can't post warrants for you since no one is supposed to know that you exist, but they still talk about you a lot.
That doesn't answer my question.
You could say that I simply like to listen to the waves passing through the ether while I tinker away on my devices.
You can't just turn on the radio and tune into encrypted fleet talk. You're some kind of hacker. Who else knows about me?
That depends on why you've come to see me all the way out here.
I'm looking for a material encryptor.
For whom?
Can't say.
Tit for tat. Nicely done. I can offer you a version for 20 credits, the other for 2 million. Both do exactly the same.
Then what's the difference?
The cheap one is sponsored by a third-party provider. The premium price is exactly what it would cost without the sponsorship.
I am not buying the one for 2 mil.
Of course. I'll just remove it from my loadout then. This is the hardware module. The drivers are transferred directly to your ship.
Thanks for doing business.
My pleasure. Take care, Adam.
Tired of being picked on? Then why not treat yourself to a Salver Pulse 9000? Salver Armament Group. Because even a loser deserves a good laser.
What was that?
The signal is emanating from my own systems.
Serves me right for buying cheap scrap from a hacker.
I am running diagnostics. Attempt jumping again.
Ouch, my teeth!
Sorry, kid, but you've got cavities.
Oh, again?
But don't worry, try Footnax. Footnax hand lotion. Your teeth deserve it.
The messages are triggered by the new software.
Can you disable them?
Not without deleting the entire package and rendering the encryptor useless.
I need to have another word with that Fallon Pango guy. You didn't tell me that the encryptor came with ads.
As I said, its main component is very rare. It's the only way I'm able to sell it for such a low price. If you cannot pay, you either have to live with the commercials or find a replacement.
What kind of replacement are we talking about?
A very old one. If you feel adventurous, you can go to these coordinates. You will immediately know what I want when you see it. In the meantime, I'll remove the cheap module from your ship.
Guess I have no other choice.
entrance is blocked. You will require a detonator to get through.
Didn't I see a G&B dig site when we flew in? Bet I can borrow one from them.
I assume steal one would be the more appropriate phrasing.
This isn't an ordinary mining operation. Hive, do you see that?
If by that you are referring to the ancient structure up ahead, I would be able to offer some information. The ancients were believed to be higher beings, distantly related to and revered by the Oka. They ruled over a powerful and far-reaching empire, yet they mysteriously vanished from historical record some millennia ago.
You don't have to tell me. I painfully remember our previous encounters with them. G&B should know better than to risk a run-in with an ancient warden. Do it. You in the mood for some more spelunking, Hive?
I do not have moods, but modes. Activating indoor navigation mode.
Ah, don't pretend you can't be moody, my friend. You may even be the moodiest AI I've...
Activating pilot ignoring mode. What is this?
Well, you tell me.
I have no data regarding anything like it. This must be the place the Bovis hacker asked you to find.
I'm afraid you're right about this. And Any signs of some incredibly rare object nearby?
My sensors are unable to detect anything in here. It would appear you are on your own.
place is a lot more crowded than I remember it. Let's see what this is about. Oh, scrap. It's management's elite squad.
Did you not say that you were on good terms with Grady and Brunt?
Well, G&B isn't always just simply G&B. Let's try to stay alive for now. They've locked onto me. I'm outnumbered.
Would it be interesting otherwise?
Says that Delia's belongings were shipped to Nephthys Station. Guess it's time to pay Officer Shaw another visit.
Is he one of the good kind of G&B, or the kind you shoot on sight?
I am certain he is one of the good guys.
This is becoming confusing. Keep it up. This is where the outlaw gang is supposed to be hiding.
The man from the Port Authority mentioned some caves. Let's go and find them.
Prescott Port Authority send you?
Yep, I'm here to clean this place out.
You are welcome to try.
Found one.
Nothing yet.
what they pay me for?
We had the same job once. Unfortunately, money doesn't buy you respect. At least not the pathetic sums they used to give us.
Now, where are you?
You are working for people who have nothing but contempt for you.
And you're just plain thugs.